Hi, and welcome back to Musicians Edition Practice with me for Flute. I'm your teacher, Reesa, and today we're working in the Rubank Elementary Method for Flute or Piccolo, and today we're on the Welsh Folk Song. Folks, we're on the last page of this book, so if you haven't already, make sure you get your intermediate book now. Make sure you get it so it has time to ship to you. Also, while we're moving on to intermediate skills, might be time to be asking, should you upgrade your flute to an intermediate flute? Well, your questions can all be answered here, whether you should upgrade your flute and what the options for an intermediate flute are. Just weigh out your pros and cons and figure out what you want to do. All right, so today we're going to actually do the first and second part both in one video. I'm excited to move on to the intermediate book, and I know you are too. And this is a shorter duet, so I think we can fit this all in one video. So if you're strictly part 1 or part 2, just check the timestamps below and work on the part you're working on. And if you're working on both parts, well, here we are, just one video. You don't have to wait till 2 weeks. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna look at, this goes for both parts 2 and 1 because these are gonna be the same things, is our key signature. What do we have going on? We have 1 sharp, F sharp. Is this song major or minor? And which major or minor key is this? This is going to be G major. Great. Tell me about our time signature. 3/4, so there's 3 beats in each measure. 1, 2, 3. But looking at measure 1, we can see it's a pickup note, so it's going to be beat 3. Okay? Tell me about our dynamics. For both parts, it's mezzo forte throughout the whole thing. We're just going to play comfortably loud. Or I guess that's mezzo forte to me. It's kind of loud. It's comfortable. Tell me about our tempo. It says lively. So lively is usually fast-paced, upbeat, yes. Okay? So it's not going to be a slow piece. It's going to be a faster piece. But in line 1, second to last measure, we have a retardendo, so we are going to slow down a little bit. And then right back in line 2, it's a tempo, which means back to the original tempo. All right? And then towards the end, the very end of the song, second measure to the very last, we have another retardendo. Now, for video's sake, it's a little difficult to do these, so we're going to just play tempo the whole time. But if you're playing with someone live or you have a director, make sure you follow them. Or if you're the person who's leading, make sure that you follow those and what you guys decide to do. Okay? All right. So other than that, I think we're good. We have a fermata at the end. For video's sake, we're going to just count that out. You know what? We can put our own number to it because it's the end. Let's hold it out for 4 beats. All right? Okay. So let's work on part 1 first. Okay? So let's just sight read this piece beginning to end. Ready? I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, play. Okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Perfect. All right, so hopefully you remembered the key signature. It's F sharp, E natural, B natural. All right, let's go ahead and break this down. So the rhythm really isn't challenging. We have just quarter notes and eighth notes and then a half note here and there. All right, so nothing too crazy, okay? So let's just start with the top line, okay? And then let's stop at that half note in the last measure in the top line, okay? Because technically that eighth note goes to the phrasing after, Okay? So let's do this slowly. We're going to play at a comfortable dynamic, okay? And we're just going to get the fingering and the feel for it, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Perfect. Let's speed it up a little bit. Okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Perfect. All right, this time let's do it at the lively pace. And let's put some emotion in this. So throw in some vibrato. Okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Perfect. Now that felt pretty lively, didn't it? If you couldn't do it at that pace, just work your way faster and faster, okay? So now let's look at the pickups to line 2, okay? So this is still nothing complicated. The hard part just might be, well, at least for me, it's gonna just be getting that E natural out. But the rhythms are the same. We're just in the higher register this time. Okay, so let's give this a try slowly, okay? And then we'll just do like we did. We'll speed it up and get comfortable with it. For this one, also end at that half note. Okay? So pick up. That means we're still coming in on 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Oh yeah, and we have a C sharp. Did you catch that? Extra points if you did. All right, so that's all that is. Still fairly simple. All right, let's take it a little bit faster. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Excellent job. All right, now let's take it at that lively pace and throw in your vibratos. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Excellent job. Okay, let's go ahead and look at pickup to that last line, okay? So once again, rhythms are not overly complicated, though we do have a little bit more of articulation work here, nothing too crazy. So you see the very first measure from that third line, we're gonna slur from D to C, okay? And then that second to last measure, we're going to slur G to B, okay? Everything else is tongued. So let's try this slowly, all right? So the pickup, ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Perfect, and remember we said we're holding that out for 4. All right, so let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit more. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Excellent job. All right, this time let's take it to our lively pace and put in your vibratos. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Excellent job. All right, now let's put it all together. All right, from the top. Lively and with vibrato. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Excellent job. All right, this time we're going to play it as the duet. You're going to remain on part 1. I'm going to play part 2. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Excellent job. How fun is that, right? All right, now we're gonna swap parts. Now we're gonna work on part 2. Okay, so as we mentioned earlier, this is F sharp in the key signature, 3/4 time with the pickup note. We're gonna hold that half note out for 4 still, okay? Playing mezzo forte. So let's just sight read part 2 together. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Excellent job. All right, let's go ahead and break this down. So let's look at the top line, and we're going to stop after that half note. Okay, so this part also doesn't have complicated rhythms. We're mainly quarter, eighths, and halves. Okay, so let's play that part slowly. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Perfect. Not too complicated, right? All right, let's go ahead and speed that up a little bit. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Perfect. All right, now let's take it to our lively tempo, and now add in your vibratos. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next section. So this is going to be the pickup to the second line, okay? And then once again, we're gonna stop right after that half note, okay? So this one is a little bit more movement. We still have just quarters, eighths, and ending on that half. So still nothing too much, just gotta pay attention a little bit on where we're at, okay? So let's give this a try slowly, just this line, or pickup to second line. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Perfect, and remember it's F sharp and E natural. There feels like a little bit of finger work there, so if you need to slow things down, do so. If you need to just practice Fs and E naturals, do so. All right, but for now we're gonna speed it up a little bit. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Perfect. Now we're going to take it to our lively tempo and add in those vibratos. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Perfect. All right, let's take a look at the pickup and line 3 now. So this still isn't overly challenging, though in measure 2 on line 3, this is straight eighth notes. We're not giving the longer notes anything. It's all straight eighths. Okay, so make sure you keep that up to tempo and keep it going. All right, and then in measure 4 of that line, we do have a little bit of accidental work there. So D, C sharp, and those are eighths. Back to D, and then going down to C natural. All right, so let's just play that measure real quick together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And you want to make sure that you play the D and the C natural as quarter notes. I know it can kind of easily end up in the run because we have the eighth notes, but previous to that we have eighth notes too, so the D and C natural, not part of that run. Okay, and then we have a little bit of articulation work in this line. In that first measure, we have slurs from F sharp to A, okay, and then the second to last measure, we have slur going from B to G, and then slur from G to D, okay? So let's take this slowly. Pick up to line 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and speed this up a little. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Perfect. Now let's take it to that lively tempo and once again, add in that vibrato. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Perfect. Now, you may have not have gotten that tempo, so if you didn't, just make sure you work your pace up, okay? All right, let's go ahead and play this from beginning to end, part 2. Putting it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Excellent job. All right, let's go ahead and do this as a duet now. So this time I'm going to play part 1, you play part 2. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Excellent job. How fun was that, right? Excellent. We have one more song left and we're done with Rubank Elementary. So exciting. So remember, get your book below or get it up here. Okay? And don't forget to check out the intermediate flutes just in case you want one. All right, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comments. While you're down there, don't forget to hit like, notify, and subscribe. Thanks for joining, and until next time.